Hey, what's happening, you out of tune Onyx? Coming at you with some Slowking action. For those of you who don't know about the Slowking, it's got that Seek Inspiration attack for a Psychic and a Colorless, and then it discards the top card of our deck. And if it is a Pokemon without a rule box, we can use the attack as this attack for its attack. And we play some pretty powerful non-rule box attackers. The big one, of course, is that Kyurem with the Trifrost attack. Discard all energy from this Pokemon, and then we do 110 damage to 3 of our opponent's Pokemon in play. And of course, it normally costs water, metal, colorless, but because we're using Seek Inspiration, we just need the Psychic and the Colorless on the Slowking to pull off this powerful attack from the Kyurem. We also play the Conkeldurr to be able to hit for 250 damage. Got the Regigigas in here with the Jewel Breaker that does 100 plus 230 more damage if the active is a Terra Pokemon. And then finally a Haxorus with that Axe Blast for a Fighting Metal and a Colorless. Normally, it does knock out your opponent's active basic Pokemon, which is pretty good up against those Mega Absols and those Mega Kangaskhans, as long as they don't find their Mist Energy, which they find pretty often, and it's kind of annoying. So we got some new additions, some new things to try out with this deck, and the big ones are Wonder Energy, Dawn, and Gumshoos. And you might notice there's no Dawn in here because I tried the Dawn and it just wasn't very good. So I cut the Dawns. No Dawns in this build. We got the Wonders patch here. Did I say Wonder Patch? Wonders patch, where we attach a basic Psychic Energy from our discard pile to one of our benched Psychic Pokemon. Now, normally in this deck, you would play Xatu, and a Xatu accelerates a Psychic Energy from your hand, and then you draw 2 cards. But that's a stage 1 that we have to set up that only is draw power under a certain condition. But honestly, it was pretty solid. Like, the Xatu was good. But if we're trying to get the Gumshoos involved, we don't really have bench space for Xatu and Gumshoos. And the Gumshoos got a pretty cool ability. You might also notice we don't play any Academy at Night in here. And that is one of the ways in the past that we would actually get our Pokemon on top of our deck. But now that we have the Gumshoos, we're using that instead with its Evidence Gathering. Once on your turn, you may use this ability, switch the top card of your deck with a card from your... Wait. You may use the ability, switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck. I was like, wait, does this card do what I thought it did? This is how it was working on PTCG Live, and it works exactly as I thought it would work. We take a card from our hand, and we trade it with a card from the top of our deck. So we have to get a Kyurem, or a Haxorus, or a Conkeldurr, or a Regigigas into our hand through naturally drawing into it, or Ultra Balling for it, and then we put it on top of the deck with the Gumshoos. Then we use the Seek Inspiration of the Slowking to discard it, and use the attack of one of those Pokemon. Like I said, I tried the Dawns. The Dawns felt a little bit too slow. They were kind of cool in the early game, but mid-game, late game, they fell off pretty hard. And playing something like a Lillie's Determination or a Research just kind of feels better. Just see a lot more cards to set up for a lot more bigger plays. And yeah, the Dawn sometimes wouldn't be able to pull everything together. Now, there are, of course, like I said, a couple different ways you could play this deck. We have the Gumshoos in here, but Academy at Night is a possibility. Xatu is a possibility, but I wanted to try the new cards. We're trying to get as much power of the new cards as possible, so that's what this build is focused on. So we have a 4-4, or excuse me, that'd be crazy, a 2-2-3 Slowking line. Now, you're probably wondering, Azul, why do you play a split of Slowpokes? And the answer is, we play Buddy Poffin to help set up our basic Pokemon, not just the Slowpokes, but also the Yungoos for the Gumshoos. So we want to play some 70 HP Slowpokes. Unfortunately, there is no Psychic Slowpoke that has 70 HP. So we can't only play Psychic Slowpokes because then we wouldn't be able to Buddy Pop for them. So we have to play a split. And the reason we like the Psychic Slowpokes is because we can Wondrous Patch to them. So we can set up a more established board state more aggressively in the mid and late game. So when we get Iono'd, we need less to pull off our big attacks. Let's imagine that we have a Slowking in our active, and then we have a Psychic Slowpoke on the bench. Before we go to attack with our Slowking, we could Wondrous Patch to the bench Slowpoke, meaning on the next turn, all we need is a Slowking and an Energy instead of a Slowking, an Energy, and a Wondrous Patch. So that's why we have a split here. Early game, you find the Water Slowpokes. Mid-late game, you find the Psychic Slowpokes, and that's kind of how things play out. Another thing I'll mention about the Gumshoos, we play a pretty thick line. We play a 3-2 line. And the reason I play a 3-2 is because we always want 2 Yungoos in play, because Gumshoos is the only way to set up cards on top of our deck. We don't play the Academy at Night in here, so we don't need 2 Gumshoos set up. We only need 1, but then if our opponent goes to chase our Gumshoos, we have a Yungoos on the bench to then become a Gumshoos through like a Night Stretcher for a Gumshoos. But also, if we do set up both Gumshoos, it does become kind of like a little bit of like a mini draw engine where we can use 1 Gumshoos first to get rid of a good card or a bad card, depending on the situation, from our hand and put it on top of the deck. Then we draw a fresh card, and then we can shuffle our deck, whether that be playing a Buddy Poffin or an Ultra Ball, using Tatsugiri to attract customers, or using Mesagoza, which I'll talk about here a little bit more in a second, getting heads, going searching our deck for a Pokemon, and then using the second Gumshoos with the other Evidence Gathering. We actually see 2 new cards every single turn potentially. So it's not like a super powerful draw engine, but make sure you're utilizing it to its maximum capabilities turn to turn. We play 2 Kyurem. Now, starting with Kyurem does stink, and we do play a Turo for that reason, but it's the most powerful attacker we have in the deck, so we play 2 of them. Prizing this thing is terrible. Prizing some of our other attackers in the matchups where we want them does also feel bad, but it's not quite as bad as prizing Kyurem. We can basically win every single matchup with Kyurem. We just need to make sure we have the Kyurem. We can't really win every other single matchup with any of these other Pokemon. 1 Cleffa in here for some early game draw power. I got the Fezandipiti, of course, for the mid-late game draw power. Tatsugiri in here, super powerful card in the deck. I would almost consider playing 2. We never have bench space for 2. We never want to have 2 in play, but having 1 constantly in play is such a big difference maker for consistently playing the game turn to turn. So I would definitely consider a second Tatsugiri. I just haven't come around to it fully yet, but we got 1 in here for now. For the supporter lineup, 4 Lillie's Determination, 3 Professor's Research, 2 Iono, and the 1 Turo, like I mentioned. And then for the Pokemon search, 4 Buddy Poffin, 3 Ultra Ball. And then I do play 2 Mesagoza. I initially had Artisan in here, which feels fine, but there's so much value to be gained from the Mesagoza. Now, I know it is a flip. A lot of you guys don't like flip cards, but they're not inherently bad. It just, you only hit them 50% of the time. But Artisan falls off pretty quickly once we establish our board state. Mesagoza, not only can it find our basic Pokemon and our evolution Pokemon, it can also find our attackers that we want to put into our hand and then put on top of our deck to then use with the Seek Inspiration. So I was actually really impressed by Mesagoza. Actually, King Heracross in my chat, some of you are maybe familiar with King Heracross, mentioned it to me, and I was like, okay, that seems cool. Let's give that a try. And it just felt way better than Artisan. It's like, definitely the better stadium to go with. It's so good, I've actually considered trying to put a 3rd one in here. Yeah, gotta play a lot of Pokemon Recovery. We got 4 Night Stretcher and the Max Rod. Honestly, I didn't find myself using my Pokemon Recovery that aggressively. Max Rod might not be necessary. You might be able to just get away with 4 Night Stretcher, but I haven't really come up with like a better A-Spec, so you feel free to like mess around with the A-Spec slot, even going as far as maybe having like Alana's Aid or a Super Rod in here, and then cutting the Max Rod for something else. If you feel like you still need a little bit more recovery past the 4 Night Stretcher, you could play a Super Rod or Alana's Aid instead, and then cut the Max Rod for like... See, that's where I get stuck. I don't know what I'd cut it for. Secret Box, maybe? That doesn't even seem that good in here. For a little bit more mobility, on top of the 4 Jet Energy, we do have 2 Air Balloon. And the reason the Jet Energy are really good, and mobility in general is a big deal in this deck, is because Kyurem, like I said, it's our best attacker, but it discards all of our energy from the attacker using the attack. So if we use Slowking to copy Kyurem, we discard all of our energy, and then we have a Slowking interactive with 0 energy and 3 retreat costs. The Air Balloon isn't even going to help us in that situation. Turo can, and Jet Energy can, and that's why we play 4 Jets. By playing the 4 Jet Energy, it means we don't play as many Psychic Energy. We only have 6, which can make things a little awkward, to be honest, to getting our Wondrous Patch going more aggressively, or just having energy in our discard pile for our Wondrous Patch. We usually need to attack with a Slowking first before they get there, but then once they get there, it's usually pretty good. As far as the Wondrous Patch goes, I do play 4, but this did feel maybe a little overkill. We could maybe get away with 3 of them, but sitting at 4 right now, we definitely want some. I mean, you have to play these or Xatu. You can't play no form of energy acceleration. The deck would be really bad if you did that, so you need to play Wondrous Patch, or you need to play the Xatus. The Wondrous Patches felt pretty good, and like I said, the Gumshoos also feel really good. It feels nice to not have to rely on a stadium to actually pull off another piece of our combo. Having a Pokemon already set up on our bench feels really, really good. So definitely like the Gumshoos over the Academies at night, but I could still see Academy at night being the way to go alongside Wondrous Patch. And then you could play like some more aggressive draw engine in the deck, like maybe a Dunsparce line, although that doesn't sound great. Maybe Dracloaks. I don't know. There's other stuff you could experiment around with for sure. But this is it. New take on Slowking with some of the new upgraded cards. The Gumshoos, the Wondrous Patch. Like I said, Dawn didn't really work out. I tried to make it work, but did not feel very good. But these did. Let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. So do you like coffee? I do, yes. Yeah, it worked. It worked. Appreciate it, Delonzi. Oh, and like in the code, it still has the cards in there as well. It's just the images that didn't load. Okay, cool. That's even better than I thought it was going to be. Why can't Slowking win a regional? It's just not that good of a deck. No, we should be fine. We should be fine. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, Grim just has turn 1. Yeah, turn 1. Yeah, man. All right, yeah, this is legit. They're not cheating or anything, for sure, right? All right, let's see here. No cheating going on here, I'm sure, right? I kind of have to put Tatsu in play. Hope they KO the active and then push Tatsu to get access to a supporter, I guess. Rest. Isn't it better to have 4 Academy for stadium bumps? And also, I mean, stadium bumping isn't that big of a deal. I mean, our opponent's stadium's not that big of a deal. Also, no board mon liability in Gumshoos. I don't know. That's why we're trying Gumshoos. I'm just trying the Gumshoos build. I've played 0 games of Gumshoos with Slowking. It is a card that synergizes with Slowking. That is different from Academy at Night. So to come to the determination on whether or not I think it's better than Academy at Night, I have to play games. What spec are you running? Max Rod for right now, but I'm not sold on it. Next set does have a card similar to Field Blower, yes? Yes, it does. The, Burning something. I forgot what it's called, though. Maybe you can put at least 2 Academy. I mean, I can. I'm not going to, though. I see no reason to add Academy at Night until I've played further games with Gumshoos. If I add Academy at Night, I'm probably just cutting the Gumshoos completely. Okay, well, this gets me a supporter, which is pretty chill. Well, I could also Gumshoos the Kyurem on top, and then if I rip Slowking... Dude, that would be pretty sick, though, right? Put the Kyurem on top, rip Slowking, use the attack, knock out Badoo. Actually, I don't even know what I would KO here, to be honest. Badoo, Frostlass, this thing probably. Wait, how do I one-shot a... I can't even want to KO Grimmsnarl, what the heck? Whatever, I'm going to go for it. Play is 6, so... Never lucky. All right. Your turn, Tatsu. I'm not scared of boss here, so I can evolve this pretty freely. Just see. Double Gumshoos just means it takes more Frostlass damage, so I don't even think I put this in play. I could retreat this. But also, like, letting the Tatsu get KO'd is probably better, to be honest. Also, it has my mobility on it, so... Pass. Does Slowking apply weakness of Pokemon copies? No, Slowking is Psychic type. Have you played Paul with Dawn? I have, yeah. I mean, it didn't feel bad, but it's really hard for me to tell what is the best way to play Paul, to be honest. A huge fan of Max Rod, to be honest. Feels like not as nearly as good, and also it's also blocked by Toadscroll. I mean, if we're gonna discuss cards, we have to come up with the real reasons. Toadscroll is not a reason to not play Max Rod. Nobody plays Toadscroll. It's like not a. That's not a real. That's fake. It's fake. It's not a real thing. I'm all down to discuss playing cards versus not playing cards, but they have to be real cards that people play. Toadscroll is like played in Mega Venusaur sometimes. Why even play an A-Spec when Genesect exists? Dude, I've been saying that, bro, but no one listens to me. I've been... Type. Alright, see if we got any customers. Oh, alright, customer acquired. I don't even need to play this turn, but I could get like another Slowking setup. So I go like... Fez... Is this my way to KO them? Is this it? Annihilate? That's so cringe. It's the best I got? you to stop. I actually don't know what's a KO here. Oh, it's probably Monkey Dory Frostlass, right? It's definitely double Frostlass, and the question is, what's the third thing to discard? Also, do I Jet or do I Psychic? I probably... Well, let's see if we get an Air Balloon. Actually, no, it doesn't change anything. It's probably Jet. No, it's probably Psychic. Yeah. It is the monkey, right? Yeah, you're right. It's the monkey every time. Worth to punch the Grimmsnarl over taking a third KO so you don't have to KO yourself to deal with it? I don't think so, because I can like snipe off their bench still pretty aggressively. Like I don't actually have to KO myself to KO the Grim. I could do that next turn, right? I could Kyurem next turn and punch this plus clean up some more squads, stuff like that. Wait, what the heck? Why does this not have any energy on it? Wait, did they TM Evo out a Grimmsnarl? Wait, what happened on their last turn, bro? What happened? I was not paying attention at all, apparently. Oh, no. What have they done? Dude, there's no way. I should have kept the Psychic Energy. What the heck? All right, getting through the Badoo is going to be a little bit slow now, for sure. What have you done? Oh, I say that, but hold up. Ooh, this is kind of cool now. So I can Evidence Gathering. So if I get Iono'd, I want to put a Lillie back in my deck. Oh, and then I get the top deck. And then I can shuffle the deck. And then I can Evidence Gathering to save the Jet Energy to the top. What do I get? I keep forgetting that I get a card as well. And then so my top deck is Jet Energy right now. Cool. Pass. You could have won with Patch plus Jet. Oh, yeah, true. I forgot. Let me just cheat. Let me cheat real fast on PDCG Live and play items under Itchy Pollen. Is that what you want, chat? Is that what you want? Why aren't you cheap, bro? I'm too locked in. Appreciate the Prime sub there, Fable. Appreciate the 30 months, Tanner. They can't call a judge. Honestly, that is true. They actually can't call a judge. So, oh, you might be cooking, actually. Easy dub. Got him with the shoes. Honestly, the hardest part about this was finding both Kyurems. You can keep your Badoo. I don't care about him. Easy dub. Definitely be more value, but I feel like not enough value to warrant playing it. All right, we're about to lose to Badoo. Also Ninetales, but you can't spread with that. Oh, it's Charizard? Okay. Ooh, okay, there might be enough Charizard in the format to warrant. There might be enough. Maybe I want the Psyduck because of like for Poltnor specifically. I don't know if I'd want to play Psyduck, but I always forget about Charizard as a factor of playing Psyduck, to be honest. So you appreciate the Prime sub there, Lifters. Turn Arvin to Trolley, such a good setup. It's just so much weaker if you don't play Xatu. If you go with a Xatu build, I could see it being worth it still for sure. The card feels so much weaker without that. Okay, at least we didn't get Badooed. We have that going for us, I guess. But, I mean, this guy is super scary. Honestly, that's kind of impressive. That's what we drew. That is pretty impressive. Should probably set up some end Zorks. I could see Zork being okay in here. Then the build completely changes because it's not a Gumshoos build anymore. Uh-oh. Dude, help. I mean, they're giving me a prize card here, so I don't feel too bad about this, to be honest. Like, I don't actually feel that bad about the situation. But I get one, too. Give me that. All right. We leave the ground. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. We'll survive. Ice build over Pidgeot plus Slowking plus Stadium. I'm trying to make this build work. This Gumshoos seems cool. I don't know, Pidgeot seems miserable to play in here, to be honest. I don't think I'd ever want to play Pidgeot. Pidgeot just seems bad. That's so much to set up. Do we next play Chorus besides Greninja? There's definitely one deck. Oh, we just traded prize card for prize card there. Okay. I mean, I think I researched here. I like to have like Ultra Ball. Oh, I mean, it's okay. This hand is like, the hand is not that good actually. I was like, how high value is this hand? The hand is not that high value. It's a pretty low value hand. I think we just ship it. Yeah, it's not that much good stuff in there. All right, what the heck? Like, come on. Honestly, I kind of just want to develop a Yungoos, so if they go KO Slowpoke, KO Yungoos next turn, I can like find one with Night Stretchers. Fine. I think I want to keep the Iono, right? Like, all right, it's getting a little silly at this point. I'm just gonna retreat to the Kyurem here. No, it's not worth playing, I don't think. Cruel Arrow incoming. That'd be kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Yeah, honestly, Cruel Arrow would be a pretty good play here. I mean, unless they have boss. Well, no, honestly, Cruel Arrow might be better than them if they just go KO double Slowpoke. Because they don't know for sure I don't play Academy at night, so KO double Slowpoke is probably the play here. Honestly, if they just go, dude, just Kyurem, bro, look at him. Like, when you play your Colress next turn, I'll be able to try Frost. You should KO my Kyurem here. Think about it. Let me convince you here. The threat level of the Kyurem is high. I'm like tempted to like, nah, it can't be correct. Like I was like, opening Regigigas or Kyurem is really, really bad, but it's like not worth playing what's it called over. I'm pretty sure at this point this game is still winnable. 2 weeks, Horsey. 14th. No, dude. But imagine, it would have been sick if they had KO'd my Kyurem there, right? It would have been sick. This is still winnable. This is still very winnable. We're not done yet. Very winnable game. Very winnable game. All right. Okay. I don't really want a max rod here. And it's actually not even that. The max rodding here isn't even that good, to be honest. My whole life. I kind of want a Turo Kyurem is what I want to do. Yeah, let's see if I can get the, if I can Turo Kyurem here. I think that's what I want to do here. Let's see what if I get a heads on this. Okay, we got heads. I'm gonna get the Slowpoke off the... Like, I'm probably playing the max rod here, right? Yeah. Okay. Bro. Yeah. About that. Sure. Okay. The thing is, if they evolve that melon, don't they checkmate you since they cap you at 2 so they can Briar? Possibly, yeah, I guess that could be a play from them. 4 prize cards left. Yeah, they could play for a Briar play. Sure. Alright, the best card in my hand is definitely the Ultra Ball, right? Sick. Oh, I could attach return, sure. A lot of Poffins. I mean, we had to find them eventually, right? They were in the deck. We just had to acquire them. If they evolve the melon... Yeah, we might just not have... Well, we maybe just have to hope that they're prize Briar, right? If they evolve the Charmeleon to Charizard, we probably just go for a Kyurem KO and then hope that they prized Briar, I think. Oh! Hold on. Hold on, folks. Oh, shoot. My energy's kind of tied up. Well, hold on. We're assuming this guy gets me a draw supporter here, right? I mean, yeah, I'm hoping for a Lillie's or a research here. All prized our last Wondrous Patch. I'm drawing 3 prizes. No, I don't. It's just in my hand. Gosh darn it, that is so bad. Okay. Like an evidence gathering first, right? I can put this on top. I can Ultra Ball away 2. So I get 1. Ultra Ball away 2. Grab Slowking. I felt like splitting my energy. And I think splitting my energy was still correct. And this has gives me a draw supporter. Not research. Okay, Lillie's good. And then, yeah, Lillie into energy. Night Stretcher. Which is honestly pretty reasonable. Okay. Kyurem. Night Stretcher. Or not Kyurem. Whatever. Night Stretcher Kyurem. And we also could have got the energy off the evidence gathering here as well, and that would have been fine. That would have worked. Where's Regigigas? Oh, Regigigas actually might be prized. Alright. Inspiration has been seeked. Maybe they prized second Charizard, to be honest. But then benching the Charmander was like a misplay, right? I mean, they definitely made a mistake, for sure. Although, I'm sure their experience with the Slowking matchup is low. So, I'm not going to fault them too much here, obviously. Gigas is in the deck. Okay, good to know. You mean Kyurem was on board for them to read? Yeah, but it's like there's like little things you don't think about. So could you be my lucky charm for Gdansk Zorak with Okidogi or with Hoopa EX? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you've thought about it. You probably have a better insight on me than me, Chris. I haven't thought that hard about it at all. I mean, Okidogi is like pretty straightforward. Where are they trying to... What is the... Are they just AFK or maybe they rage quit? I'm gonna go ahead and say they rage quit here. Or maybe they think I can't attack with my active, so they're waiting for something? No, that can't be it. Honestly, I would rage quit too if I lost to Slowking. Losing to Slowking is criminal. Check the log. Oh yeah, true. We can check the log. Log check. Didn't take an action. Okay, yeah, they AFK'd. Bonk. Another dub. Is there a Pokemon that does more damage for prize cards we've drawn or our opponent's drawn that works with Slowking? No, Mega Mawile does not work with Slowking. Is there one that would work though? Oh. Hard chop. I would always just buy my singles. Oh, it's a good top deck. We kind of have to save our stadiums to bump the watchtowers, right? That's fine. I kind of want to use it to get a... That's just fine. It's fine. It's fine. I kind of want to like throw the Mesagoza out there and start flipping, but kind of don't need to do that. All right, Iono's not great on this next turn, but that's fine. We'll try and find like a Lillie off the track customers next turn. I don't really want to Iono. I've only played one Watchtower, right? I believe so, yeah. Are you going to Vegas as a player or commentator? If I go to Vegas, I'll be playing at Vegas. I'm not for sure going to go, though. What does Tortuga do? 30 damage for each item in our opponent's discard pile. So just a good late game attacker. I'm not sure it's worth including, but... Yeah, it just can hit hard against any matchup, theoretically. That's the idea anyways. Conkeldurr might still just be better, to be honest. Just have like a neutral thing that hits hard. They might play Darmanitan, but they don't have it yet, which is a good sign for us. Okay, slow start from them. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna like... Well, I could win this turn. Very unlikely. I gotta hold the Mesagoza here. I don't really need to Cleffa here, right? Like, I can just go get a Slowpoke, attach Psychic. Then next turn, Ultra Ball away top deck, or attract customers into a card to Ultra Ball away to get this guy, and then jet him up. Determination. Cleffa, sure. What does the Gumshoos do? It trades your top deck for... It's literally Primate Wisdom. Not Primate Wisdom. Actually, is it Primate Wisdom? Yeah, it's literally Primate Wisdom. You appreciate the performance there, Makuhita. Are there any damage modifiers like tools/supporters we can play so that we can hit better numbers with the very neutral hard hitters, like letting Conk hit 220 or such and such? I mean, Defiance Band, right? No, stop, bro. No more Darumaka, bro. This guy's such a menace. You get bodied by that guy. How many items do they have in the discard pile? Ooh, we're hitting 60 with our Tortuga. Huh. Have I already discarded a Wondrous Patch? I haven't. I have to do this ahead of time anyway, so maybe I do end up discarding what I grab here. Probably not. Well, I could discard... I think discarding a Wondrous Patch and a Lillie here is probably just fine. I want to keep more supporters in my deck, though, because I have plenty of Wondrous Patch left right now. Alright, can we find a Kyurem? One time. Got there. Hold up. Second shoes, though. We got hella shoes out here. I'm gonna try and find like a worse card here, right? So I can like put this away. When it's the top deck the whole time, bro. Sure. I can still play this. Hold up. Dude, it is literally the top deck the whole time. All right. May as well just get another king online, right? Oh, insane. We're bonking. Squad wipe. I don't even know if I have to be afraid of Ursaluna, to be honest. I don't even know if they play it. I mean, they could, for sure. See, that's another thing with the double Gumshoos, though. Like, this is, like, it's not, like, great draw power, obviously. You don't really think about this as draw power, but we do get to see new cards. And we can see, if we get two Gumshoos set up, we can sequence in a way that lets us see, like, 2 new cards a turn. Which is, like, I mean, that's not bad. It would have been so funny if the new top deck was the other Kyurem. That would have been pretty funny, yeah. Just Kyurems on Kyurems. Currently, I am... Nope, I have Turo. Never mind. Currently, we just win next turn. Actually, yep. Would Fan Totem be good in here? No. Oh, dude, I forgot Gumshoos has 100 HP. Okay, Fan Rotom is definitely better with Gumshoos. Better in this deck than I gave it credit for. But no, I still don't think it's worth it. Because losing the bench space of the Fan Rotom is really bad. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting for our opponent to pass so we can win. Oh, okay. Hold up. Maybe not. My bad. My bad. Okay, but they don't have a Darmana whatever on the bench, so I'm not that scared. That's pretty good. It would have been really fun if we had top decked Mesagoza. Huh, okay, that makes things harder for sure. Maybe I shouldn't have attached active. All right, pass. You think Pult Zard will be good with the new Mega Zard? No. Uh oh, we could be in trouble. They have established a board state. Okay, that's all right. Never mind. We're not in trouble. For a second I thought, but then I mean obviously we're not in trouble. We're playing the broken deck. Do I have 4 Jets left? I have 3 Jets. I kind of want a Wondrous Patch to this Slowpoke and then hopefully draw into a Jet, but like I can't bet on... Oh, what the heck? What do I play again? I'm trying to think about how I'm winning this game. All right, Goza. I definitely want to split my energy because I don't want them to be able to like chase all my energy down or something like that. So I go like there. Research. I think I start with gathering evidence here, right? Get rid of this, which is a good card that I might want later. Got the Jet, which I'd rather Jet here, I think. Well, actually, no, I'm not sure. All right, now we Mesagoza. Okay. I'm trying to think about... All right, so evolve here. Evidence gathering. I just don't know where to put the rest of the... Like, I don't know what I'm KOing here. I just don't know what I want to KO here. I want to KO the Monkey Dory. I'm definitely going KO Monkey Dory. I don't think I want to KO the Cleffa. I want to go like KO Monkey Dory, 110 here, 110 here, right? Like this. If they bench another Monkey Dory, I'm threatening win on Cleffa Monkey Dory. I don't give him another bench space to work with, and I'm threatening the win on the Fez, right? Monkey and both Zoros. I was thinking about that as well, but then I can't win with a Kyurem play, right? Because currently I don't actually have anything that can KO, do 170 damage. I can't do 170 damage currently. Yeah. Although, it is likely that I would be able to get there, right? Through the Tortuga. So, I don't know. This seems fine though, because like, yeah, because currently I can't KO. I don't have anything that can KO this. I can't do 170 damage, I don't think. What does this do? Oh, what the heck is 10 short? That's close. Not quite though. Why'd I cut the Conkeldurr? I just never put it in there. The Conkeldurr's like okay, but the other cards are like more important. But I think having like a neutral heavier hitter is probably correct. The Tortuga is probably not worth it. Wait, they just... Well... I mean, they are trolling. Why is this on the bench? I was like, I don't want to say they're trolling, but I mean, they are just trolling. Are we not going to Kyurem the Reshi in case they Turo the Fez? Oh, I guess I could have hit the Reshi and the Fez, right? That's what I should have done, probably, yeah. Hit the Reshi and the Fez. Sure. That's what I could have done. I could have hit the Reshiram and the Fezandipiti, so I win with a Kyurem play no matter what next turn. Honestly, the Tortuga, I don't know. My opponent, like, if your opponent knows you have the Tortuga, then it's like so much worse. I don't know. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's close. I don't know why they benched this Yveltal. I mean, they shouldn't have benched Yveltal. It's just a throw, but... So I win if I find a Night Stretcher? Yes. Yes. But if I whiff, if I somehow whiff, I want my Mesagoza back. No, it's not enough. I want my Mesagoza for later. Four Night Stretchers? Pretty good odds. Pretty good odds. Okay, they conceded. I mean, we're probably gonna win there.